Good evening, folks. Just gonna take a minute to get set up. Let's wait for Twitch to catch my stream. Still says I'm offline. Switch over to that little image feed. Hey people. Some people, any people, what's happening? Yeah, I don't know. Should be here. I see a picture on the internet. I think it works. Man, that light's bright. I think I'm gonna turn my music up somehow. Just barely audible is what I can stand. Oh, and I fixed my keyboard mapping. I'm gonna hide the video preview. I'll go insane. Cool. Hey guys. Welcome to Imaginary Monsters Cool Time Hangout Work Time Party Boy stream. I'm gonna work, do some stuff, hang out, talk about doing the work, talk about what it's like to talk on the internet. Oh, just be right back. Shows up and immediately bees right back. Cool, dude. Take your time. What are we doing? It's not super glamorous, but I think I gotta work on some UI comps tonight. That's what I gotta do. Oh, let's stretch my back. Oh. Tonight might be a lumbar pillow night. Get that thing in there. Whoa. Cool. Head still in frame. Perfect. So funny. I've got my usual wintry kit. 3 layers, sweatpants, shirt tucked into my sweatpants. Got my cool gloves. These are actually the cool gloves that I mended, but now they're falling apart. I don't know. I love them. I feel some of the most comfortable gloves I've had, but they just fall right apart if you look at them. Hi Kim, what's happening? Oh yeah, I wanted to look for here. Use those 2 monitors. Use them. Make them work. Trying to find a file. Where did I put the typeface that I made for this? Font. Strip basic. Oh gosh, only 1 PNG. Okay. There we go. Refer to that. Psychotic, what's up? What's up, friend? sorry I missed you guys last Tuesday. It was my birthday, so I wasn't doing anything other than that. And also, I was getting sick again. I got another cold, which I'm currently finishing up, I think. So hopefully that doesn't happen much more this winter. But working on some UI stuff tonight. I'm stoked because Halloween Forever goes live on Steam tomorrow. It's going to be an early access thingamajigger. I should probably throw a link into the chat at some point. Bummer, man. I don't know if you're living in a wintry climate, but it's not a kind time. Especially too because I started I've been feeling like a grub, so I was saying to myself, oh, I'm gonna start running again. And first day I ran, I got rained on. Second day I ran, it was super cold. I think it was maybe like 17 degrees, and I didn't have anything to cover my face, so I was running with my gloves and hands over my face, and probably understandably the day after that I got another cold. So, but I'm looking forward to getting well again so I can start running, cause you gotta do it. Yeah, so this is, I'll give you guys a little context. This is this PSD has just some of the old like story scenes, like the intro scenes from Halloween Forever. And I never have spent really much time doing any like UI comping or menu comping, but I need to do some if I'm going to have control remapping in there. I want to have like a point and click interface, so I want to set it up and visually see it before I try putting buttons in there and decide where they're going to go. It'll make more sense. Yeah, there's got to be some gyms down by you guys. And 30 degrees in Georgia. I feel that sounds cold to me for there, but yeah, it's definitely cold in New York State. But I don't know. This winter's been generous. I'll take a winter like this any year. Up here, last year was brutal. Got totally obliterated. It was disturbing to my demeanor. But yeah, I think probably I gotta see how long menu stuff like this is gonna actually take me to like code and implement. But I think the first thing I'm probably gonna wind up doing for Halloween Forever on Steam is get trading cards set up. I've been looking at it, and we did some for work recently. I mean, I think it can be done. It's essentially you can do it just with some design time. Not really have to worry about coding anything, so that might be my first step. Walking to work, yeah, man. Walking in that winter, it's no fun. It'll make you strong if you can survive it. I'll try not to squint too much too. The light in here is so bright. I gotta envision a lampshade of some kind. So I wonder if. So this is kind of neat. So GameMaker lets you make a bitmap font, and this is the Halloween Forever typeface that I put together. It's nothing crazy. It's just like a monospace pixel type. It's probably honestly not even original. There's only so many pixels per character, so I'm sure that's been repeated by somebody. And that's one thing I want to do more, is do some more neat bitmap type for the next game or for whatever, just because it's kind of easy to set up, and you can make as many or as few characters as you want. I just kind of chose this one range there that seemed like the most sensible for what I was going to need to do. Yeah, I think functional form, they did that with three sit-ups. Yeah, man. I'm slow. It's like 9 o'clock here, and I'm like, is that a typo or is that a joke? I think it's a joke. That's good. I remember a buddy of mine was talking about how the Final Fantasy reboots, or the Final Fantasy games they ported to mobile, just used like Arial or something, or even Helvetica, and it kind of disappointed him greatly. Let's get a couple of these characters. Actually, oh, that's right. I have a couple actual PostScript typefaces that do bitmap pretty well. I was gonna use the. Oh no, I do have Genetica on here. What am I saying? Never mind. This is my go-to. I'm just gonna use this as a placement, but then know that down here is what it's gonna finally look like in the end game, in the actual game. Yeah, Photoshop can do a decent job sometimes. Even if you take a that definitely looks a little busted, but if you take a good display standard typeface, sometimes there's a little trick. I wonder what we've got in here. I must have like a basic Helvetica somewhere. No, I'll just grab Georgia. But if you have your smoothing, if you have your smoothing set to none, and you get into a really low point size, some really nice letter forms can pop out at you. The kerning's a little bit busted, but although it always seems to be like some terrible default, it always defaults to negative 50. But there's some really nice things, like I really dig 10-point Georgia. I feel like that would be a really pretty just prose type for some game that had like some RPG dialogue. There's gonna be a lot of talking going on. So, and I think I was making one. I was making one off of some type samples. I was just like kind of snatching from the Super Nintendo Wizardry games. They have a really cool typeface. But yeah, but you don't have to do a monospace type either. You could have your characters be irregular widths. It all just kind of comes down to these all get sliced up as PNGs eventually, and whatever the width of the PNG, plus you can define like a pixel padding. And go from there. Oh, yo, dude! Excellent. Yeah. I'm glad you've been checking that out. Glad you like the hitboxes in Death State. That's excellent. Honestly, we had been talking about adding, you know, a visible hitbox to Death State for such a long time, but we were like, A, it's going to look weird because the collision is down by their feet because of reasons, because of like bullet origin stuff. Unless we had like some weird offsets baked into there. We had an old issue where if the origin was too high, you were standing close to a wall, you would be firing and all the bullets would just like be immediately going into the wall. So that was kind of the fix without like rewriting our entire collision engine. It's like down there, and then we're like, is it gonna look weird if you just have, you know, a little gem or something on the character? Because it's not something mechanical, it's not something abstract, it's not a ship. You're like a little man flying around. But we, you know, you guys have been mentioning it, and enough people have been kind of saying, bullet hell, let's get that hitbox. And I think at that point too, back when we were thinking about this originally, we hadn't been planning on doing many of these menu features as toggles. It was just kind of like, all right, it's either going to be off or on. Is it a feature? And now we're just kind of like, well, let somebody turn it off and turn it on, and they can pick what they want. And that made, hey, welcome back, baby. That made the adding the visible hitboxes in there a little bit easier to wrap our heads around, as far as like somebody could turn it off if they don't like the look of it, or somebody could use it and power game it. So I'm glad it's a useful feature, sir. Yeah, thematic hitbox. Even, I mean, honestly, I put together the art for them, and yeah, I like that as far as like a cool theme goes, but then having like a custom hitbox per character, but then you get into, to me that presents like an issue with like miscommunicating some kind of UX. Like if you have like one element that does the same thing across every instance of something in a game, and then you make it look different for cosmetic reasons, like does it communicate? Is it only there for aesthetics, or does it actually communicate like gameplay difference? So that was the thing that I was having trouble. I would have had trouble like wrapping my head around that, but I'm sure we could have figured out something. Honestly, I'm happy with like the color, you know, warping and waving out from the center, and that it has like a little animation. To my mind, that is plenty. But yeah, man, very stoked, very glad. I should have to remember what the controls are for this dang game. This Halloween Forever thing. Pardon my dust. Yeah, man. Ren 1 Lab, what's up, my man? Tonight, good sir, I wanted to comp out real rough keyboard control remap menu, and maybe even be like the start of a gamepad control remap. I have an idea of how I can make it work using just like mouse point and click. Yeah, unlock in 12 hours. Just so everybody knows, I know. So if anybody, yeah, this isn't going in 12 hours. No way. This will be something. Maybe I'll be updating in a couple weeks. It'll be a little bit of a slow burn on my end. But what we've got, I'm losing my train of thought already. Jesus. Yeah. So I haven't done. So all the UI for Halloween Forever is super minimal. And if this is actually going to be like a button, a point your mouse, click, hit the keyboard, do a button thing, menu, I need to actually see it before I go in there and try and move and position things around. So I just want to have like all of the assets done essentially, or else I'm going to get into GameMaker, fumble around with like some FPO buttons and not really know what my target is or what my goal is. Oh yeah, what I was saying before is, so anybody that snagged Halloween Forever from itch.io, I sent you guys an email, and unless you really need to, don't buy. Yeah, man. Sorry about the furnace. Oh, somebody I work with was saying I should try out a lav mic for down here, which I'll feel like a dum-dum if that works after buying the blue thing. But I might do that. Get a little bit of more targeted audio. Yeah, that's why I'm freezing my ass off in the basement. Down here. It's just blowing cold air. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you bought Halloween Forever already on itch.io, unless you really need to, don't buy it again on Steam, because at some point tomorrow I should be able to, hopefully tomorrow, fingers crossed, I should be able to update the itch page with Steam keys. So as long as you have an itch account, or you have like a record of that you purchased it through there from email, you'll be able to, should be able to pop in there and redeem a Steam key too, and that'll work for all like future purchases on itch too. It's kind of crazy. I have to manually replace the keys, but that's okay. Good, you got it. Yes. See you, man. Save your $3. You already bought the dang game. Jump left, right, duck. Yeah, I don't even have a precedent for a full screen menu. So crazy. Yeah, I also think I gotta probably do a hard stop to the stream at 11, because honestly I think I'm gonna have to go outside after this and shovel. Just so I can get on top of tomorrow morning and not be trying to do it all in the morning. So I'm gonna need an array of like all the possible input keys and a string associated with those, as far as like v key underscore up is that in human words. Yeah, man, you dude, if you want a couple keys, give them to some of your friends. I will spot you for that, because definitely some people threw a wee generous tip in there. This does seem kind of, oh I know, defaulted WASD controls. All one text box. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. That's a nice. I was telling, I was talking to Cablasto and Kim is Electro earlier today about how, so I had my first exciting Steam forum moment where I was, we were traveling this weekend, and so when you have your game up on Steam, there's a coming soon page or whatever that's actually listed, you by default have a forum up there. So I was like, well, I better be on top of this. So I went in there on Thursday, I think, and I did a post in there saying, hey guys, Halloween Forever is coming on Tuesday. See you then. Looking forward to it. If you have any questions, let me know. And people were cool. I got like maybe 2 or 3 replies saying like, oh, cool. What are you planning on the new content? Or what are you going to add? This looks neat. And somebody started another thread saying, are you going to do a Linux version? And I replied to that and said, I definitely want to. Yeah, I'll have to section some time out to do it, but I'll definitely want to do that. And then somebody else started a new thread saying, you should port this to Vita. I need more games like this on Vita. And I said, that would be cool. Yeah, I'll try and bother some Sony people someday. And then there's another thread. This dude saying, this is a waste of early access. This game is basic, simple 8-bit platformer. It doesn't need to be early accessed. It's just another example of a greedy developer. And that thread had 115 replies when I checked it. So it's definitely the internet at work doing its magic. So I like skimmed through it all. There were some honest, cool level heads in there, and people trying to satiate the angry dude, but the angry dude stayed angry. Yeah, maybe, man. I don't know. My inbox has arrived with Steam key review requests, which I honestly want to do something about, but I only today... This is just going to turn into me looking at Photoshop and talking to you guys, which is fine, honestly. I only today sent Steam my key requests, and I'm pretty sure they're closed for the holiday, essentially, so I'm going to have to wait until tomorrow. So nobody unless I snag it on itch is going to be getting their review copies early, unfortunately. And I probably could have, I'm thinking about it now, I could have sent them itch keys, but Dad Zone, it's tough, man. Yeah, I think that's kind of a thing. Loot Bandit, what's up, man? Harry Wolfgut. I think it's just, you have to expect there's going to be opinions, and people want to voice those opinions. Definitely the white noise of the net. I hear you, dude. Oh. Trying to scroll this chatterbox. Yeah. It's cool, man. I didn't. And that guy in there, he was saying, I'm impressed the dev hasn't, banned me or anything or done this. I appreciate him not jumping all over the top of this. And it's cool. I don't want to do that. If somebody was being like super abusive, it's the kind of thing too. Like everybody in there is flagging stuff and this and that. Like people are taking care of it themselves. Like I don't really need to mess around with that. Dude, Form, I want to see what you're working on, man. That sounds very cool. That NES palette is real slick. I like the restriction. Alright, jump, left, right, duck. Doors, open door. Enter door, that's it. Not enough space on the button. Oh, cool, dude. Are you doing it client action? That's nice. Harry Wolfgut, this is my secret right here. Just the Visibone palette. I do a lot of just pulling directly from like web safe RGB values because I know they're gonna look vibrant on screen. Love that Visibone. Oh, cool. Man, that sounds good. Can you share the names of the name of the movies? Or the movie? Is it a movie or movies? If you can share the name of them, man, share them. People want to check that stuff out. Mr. Cryptic YT. YouTube, perhaps? What's shaking, man? Man or lady? Probably Mr. Cryptic is a man name. I want to check out those movies, dude. That sounds cool. Oh my gosh, I can't type. What are we doing? No, I should have just filled that button. What a dum-dum. Can't catch a break. Click, click, clack. Yeah, I really put you guys through the ringer. Got the loud furnace, loud keyboard, whole situation.
It doesn't feel pity or remorse or fear, and it absolutely will not stop.
ATEC Studios.
You are dead.
Oh yeah. It's not even a custom palette. It's just I loved Street Trash. Street Trash is super classic. We actually, Kablasto and Kim as Electro and I got to go see a screening of that in Syracuse once with the director. Well, we weren't like, we're gonna go hang out with the director, but he was doing a screening at this horror film festival. Yeah, man, this is that's some Terminator action. No shit. I need to see Slime City, man. I'm not looking for a composer. I've got I've been working with Rob Moston, BC Likes You. He's been doing the music, and he's on board to do some new tracks for the new levels and the existing levels, so that's one thing I need to bother him about. But the game is going to have custom level music now for each of the 5 levels. Yosemite. That's pretty crazy, dude. Playing pretend control menu. Necromancer color. Oh. Killer boob milk spray. That sounds perfect. So I'm just gonna start with keyboard stuff. Even in the engine, I don't know. Doing more accepting gamepad stuff might be kind of a bear. I've got an idea though. I just need to spend a Saturday and fuss with it. Yeah, it sounds like the kind of movie that is a challenge to go to Thanksgiving and your parents and family are like, "What have you been up to these days?" And you're like, "Well, killer poop milk, made a movie. You wouldn't like it." That's funny. What layer am I messing with? No. Oh, I thought I deleted that nonsense thing. Honey, your grandma wants to see you. She wanted to ask you how your movies have been going. No. You don't want to hear about it. I've had that conversation before. It's a good one. Nah. It's okay. You don't want to talk about that. How are you doing? Essentially. There's a game. Let me bust it open real quick. Just kind of check the. I just want to check what actually shows up on the menu. That's good. So you make those snuff films, hey? That's a fun picture. A snuffy movie. Come over here, Steam window. Onto my second secret screen, where everything is secret, and it shows me ads. Yeah, look at this. This is gonna be everybody tomorrow. Wahoo! 1001 Spikes. No, I don't want to launch 1001 Spikes, even though I love that game. Peek an icon. Hello. That's not good. Whoops. Sorry guys, I'm messing. Messing around. Cool. Now distorted splash screen. Alright. Move, duck, jump, fire. To restore is quick restart. Quick restart. Oh, because I've got a gamepad plugged in. Alright. That's all I need to know. Quick little sanity check that it actually launches. Please don't break. That's how I've been spending my last like 3 weeks, just trying to get the thing to launch it all in Steam. but it works, you know. I hope it works for everybody. If not, I'm expecting to get an email or two. I guess that's what that early access is for, right? You help me, I help you. Menu, escape. ESV, escape. Oh, nuts. Yeah, this way people definitely gonna want to customize their controls. We'll get it in. We'll figure it out. Should probably just do... I don't know. Might tweak the defaults, may not worry about it. Someday it'll be so easy for anybody to add what they want. Keyboard controls. Quit menu, escape. That's some buttons, alright. Oh, that's right. I forgot. My type is opaque. I have to change that for this to work right. What a goof. All of these are opaque, aren't they? I can't tell. Oh no, they're not. Alright, thank goodness. That would have been a pain in the neck. What time is it? 1 o'clock, 9:44. This way I can have an overstate or an active state for a button. I actually don't know if I want you to be able to remap escape. Still see it on here. Maybe there's like a subheading for locked controls. We'll have to see. Yeah, Loot Bandit. So tomorrow morning, Halloween Forever is going live on Steam, and it's the kind of thing. I'm doing it as early access, so I'm going to be adding a couple more levels and some, quality of life features. I want to have at least keyboard control remapping, if not gamepad control mapping, and some new music for the levels. A couple things. There's going to be. It's not going to be extensive, but gonna change some level design, add a little things, add some new secrets and stuff. So I was, I definitely was glad to be getting into Greenlight and getting all that stuff. But as I was thinking more about it, I feel like for Halloween Forever to be, justifiably released on Steam, I just wanted to add a little bit more to it. Just to feel like It wasn't just some like a tiny game. And I figure the engine is already done. The game exists. It would be, you know, now it's just kind of the fun stuff, like adding another level, coding another boss, making that theme kind of interesting. So that's the stuff that I'm doing right now. But what this is, I'm doing a little bit of just making sure I get some menu designs in mind for the control remapping, because if I don't do this really early in the process, I'm going to do all the fun stuff and then come around to needing this stuff, and it'll just be nicer to have this stuff in and then be able to focus on putting content in at the end once the quality of life stuff is kind of in there and settled. Just trying to project manage my free time when I'm working at like 9 o'clock or 10 o'clock at night, and I'm like, I don't want to do this. So, gotta play mental games, those mind games. But I might be okay holding onto this and letting that go to bed. This file at least. But yeah. It'll be up on Steam. Anybody that buys it on itch.2 will get a Steam key as soon as I put the keys into itch, and anybody that bought it would be able to get a Steam key too, retroactively. Trying to do the closest thing I can to cross-buy from some different marketplaces. But luckily, I think the systems play pretty nice together. Let's look at some level stuff. I'm trying to think of where we left off. Just keep adding weird things. Yeah, and eventually I guess I want to start... It'd be nice to let people see some of this stuff and, you know, have some initial reactions. Because a lot of people, they're going to be seeing Halloween Forever for the first time. But, you know, I'd love to say, hey, you know, here's like the start of a level tile set. Here's the start of another. What do you think? Which is more interesting? Or like these bosses, or if I'm going to add some mini bosses even. Who do you want to see? Thanks, man. I love his walk cycle. He's got, I think it's like, I can't remember. It's asymmetric, so he's got like, I feel like he's got like 4 frames, then 3 frames on, you know, like the left foot or the right foot. So he's got kind of a little like shuffle to it, or like it's not like quite like a limp. But I'm really happy with how that came out. It's one of those things where, you know, Pumpkin Man stuff, his assets are like the first ones that I ever made for this thing years ago. And then I think the only thing that I've done really to update them is I added the second color for the shadow whenever he has his mouth open like that. And I think and there's just like a pragmatic thing too. I filled in the negative spaces black just because you used to be able to see level art through transparent things. Like even here, these guys, these statues, I'm gonna need to fill those in black so they don't overlap in weird ways. All this stuff is gonna have to have some black lines filled in, but that'll be easy. Right now I've just been leaving it out for ease of editing. But yeah, it's nice to do animations and stuff for this stuff right now. But I think if anything, I need to do is some more comps. Just throw together some designs and actually let anybody that's hanging out in early access do the early access thing with me, which is all right. I don't mind it. It'll be fun. Oh man, don't mind me. I'm just gonna yawn. It's all good. So in that vein, Spooky Church tile set is rather extensive. So I think that stuff isn't even in it. I think it's good. Kind of got to file it for a minute and work on something else, just because I don't want to just add stuff to it forever. Whoops. Oops. Let's consolidate some of these things. These layers can get merged into Spooky Church tile set. Yeah, the Pumpkin Man in Death State was kind of a lucky thing because we were working on Death State. So we launched it. We launched it on October 20th, 2015, and we were thinking, all right, it'd be awesome to roll in really close after launch and have a Halloween content update. So what do we need? And I don't know if I suggested it. I don't even think I suggested it, but I think one of the guys was like, maybe we could put Pumpkin Man in there. And I said, if you want, it's kind of my baby boy, but that would be sweet. And yeah, so I made the Death State sprites and made a bunch of pumpkin-y items and things. And we didn't come out and overtly say it, but he got in his description, he's got a couple little clues and nods to Death State, or to Halloween Forever in there, which I thought was pretty nice. So I'm gonna try. I don't know exactly the scope of it, and I don't want to be Mr. Spoiler, but maybe we'll have a little bit of a little Death State Easter egg in Halloween Forever. I would like that a lot. So here, hide it for a minute. Actually, what am I doing with these? These layers, can I consolidate some stuff? Some junks. Keep the frog separate. Yeah, I think I might actually have to make my tile set sprite sheet bigger. A little bit bigger. Not going to do it tonight though. I'm going to add some layers, but moving forward I'm going to have to work outward. Yeah, I was pretty stoked. Pretty stoked that we could get a little bit of cross-pollination in there. I feel like it'll be fun for... I mean, that kind of stuff is going to be fun for years to come, too. Somebody in 2017 finds a game called Death State for the first time. They're like, look at this cool thing. I never heard about this. And they're like, hey, this little guy. Hilarious. Psychotic, thanks, man. Yeah, that's... I'm wondering if the whole... newness, unfamiliarness might be from the single stick shooteriness of it. Actually, I don't want to move those. I don't know if they're necessarily there. It's hard for me to define. If anything, we might be maybe sort of like an entry level bullet hell, and then it can get a lot crazier if you want to go crazy. I'm looking for Halloween Forever sketches. Yeah, this is what I wanted. I thought I had cleaned up versions of these somewhere. I'm looking at some files off screen. I'll show them to you guys in a second. Some fun process that I should be looking at for this while I'm working on levels, because it's all sketches that I did leading up to it. Halloween Forever. Images I apparently don't have it on here. It's gotta be on my thumb drive or on my laptop. Anyway, I've got the rough files here. How are these gonna open up? Oh, that grid. Nope. Just let me... Oh, come on, that grid is terrible. Don't try to adjust your set. Everything is not upside down. And that grid is driving me nuts, sorry. Just the little defaults. I had some sketches, it must be in one of the later sheets. Some sketches for, well, this is fun, I should show you guys. Image. Rotation, 180. So I've cropped and cleaned up things. I might have shown some of these the other week. I think I did. These are like some boss arena concepts that I had. I think this one, the bat got in without the spikes. I actually made this like two-headed thing, an asset for it, but I never actually haven't put it in the game yet. It's I feel like it's a strong contender for a boss, or at least a mini boss. Where is this thing? This guy. Yeah, I would love to put this and the skull in somewhere. Unused lost bosses. This eel thing, he'd be really fun. Not sure where though. I'll have to ask the internet and they'll help me, right? Please help me. Help me, internet. This? Yeah, this. Alright. Image rotation. That was a thing. I have these... This. I want to do some old busted towns and have it not be like a modern thing. These are sketches from World 2. This is World 3. Yeah, now the last world for Halloween Forever has to be even more badass than the stuff before it. It's gonna be Trap City, man. It's gonna be unbearable. Can't wait. This little reference going. Sorry, I've got the chat minimized right now. Sorry guys, I'll be right back. God, I love the second monitor. Oh yeah, dude, Insanity stuff. Insanity is crazy. I haven't even beaten the game with like minimal desecration on yet. But and honestly, we put that in there because we had a handful of people. I think we got a little freaked out because we had a couple people clearing the game, and it's like it happens when you put the game in front of, you know, some pro streamer who's like used to playing crazy bullet hells all the time, and they can clear Death State in like 45 minutes cold, and they're like, oh, that was a short game, and we're all like, oh my god, it's not that short. We get a little freaked out, but we wanted to put some more difficulty toggling in there, so hopefully it, and that's been our issue right now too, is messaging that, is getting it across to people that you can turn the difficulty up, but we have it tied in a mechanical way, and it's not super clear all the time without just having it in a menu. So again, it's kind of like those user experience things. You want them to be... You want accessibility, but you also want immersion, but you don't want immersion at the cost of accessibility, because then people will just will miss entire sections of your game. Oh yeah, the Wave of Darkness. That is the so if you spend too much time in a level, there's like a subtle timer. If you spend too much time in a given level, that Wave of Darkness comes. And it's not hard game over. It won't kill you immediately, but you do have to watch out because it can get you. It'll give you a little zap. You gotta move along. Yeah, I think desecrating has changed too. We used to have those mini bosses. They used to actually drop items, organs and stuff, but we took it out just because it was a little too easy to. It was too easy to game, as far as once you figure out their pattern, you can just kind of dominate them and get free organs. So it had to be a little bit of some modification in that. Did I paste this twice? Dang it. Yeah, that skull boss would be fun, but I do need to simplify his color palette a little bit. He's got too much color going on. The beams of color that slide across the map. Do you mean the patterns, or like the rotating thing that shows up every now and then? Maybe both. Purple level. We don't have a purple town in yet. Sometimes it goes from left to right. If it's what I'm thinking about, if it's the black light, and I guess it's a different color every time. It's a different color depending on what world you're in. But that effect is actually inspired by Hellraiser 2. It's the Leviathan blacklight that shines out of Leviathan. Oh, accidental design. I love it. Yeah, this color scheme. Alright, can we make a little spooky town? Got the Skeletor walls. Ooh, love it. That Skeletor wall. Now we're cooking with gas. That's like, suburban shopping center street. I don't know what I was thinking. Just needed my sketchbook, man. Need to see my little sketchies. Oh, and this is nice. I figured out, if you guys were here last Monday, when I was working on the guts drawing for Kablasto, I accidentally had my tablet mapped to the full width of both screens, but I was able to fix that with the tiniest of mouse clicks. That was reassuring. Hope I didn't scare anybody's cat with the hiccup. I think I do. I think I like doing some of the minimal stuff. Well, it depends. I really like the level of art that I did that we did in Death State. It has like it has like some nice efficiency, but also bosses get a little more wild as far as what goes on in a boss state. I like the minimal stuff in Halloween Forever, but it's more of a pragmatic thing where I started Halloween Forever as I was learning programming, and I didn't want to have, you know, a ton of time-intensive art plus me not knowing how to code a game at all when I started on my shoulders. That was going to be too much from my mind. So it was nice because I could sit down for an hour and zip out a couple cool, you know, enemies and baddies. And again, like, the bosses have more animation going on in them. But it was definitely a pragmatic thing. Next thing I do, I will probably spend some more time on the art and, you know, build off the engine, keep it pretty simple, but lavish a little more attention into some of the design choices. I would like that a lot. Dun, 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 dun. How does this look next to another tile? It might look good, it might look bad. You'll never know until you see. You gotta sing. Sing to your pixels. Yeah, man. It feels good to be working on this stuff again, though. Remember, last winter was so brutal that I think I just stopped working on the game for a couple months because it was just hard to just go outside and shovel and then like go to work and come home and try and do this stuff. But the timing worked out. It got done for Halloween. I was pretty stoked with that. Good enough, I say. Oh, my balls. Whoa. Hey, this looks better with full bricks. Crumbling plaster or full bricks, I don't know. Which looks better? That floor. Probably should have brought that down too. Nuts. Oh, there's no space. Dang. I want to cover up Stonehenge. Over here for a minute. Yeah, honestly, man, it was hard. I go through. I'm usually pretty good about keeping on trucking, but sometimes you need a break. You need a moment. TOG. Tales of Games. No, I don't think I have yet. TOG. I honestly haven't even really played a game much the last couple of weeks. I've been binging reading Berserk comics because they're dang good. Is it a different color though? What? Oh no shit. 2 colors. Secret color. Tower of God, sorry man. I've been too busy reading Berserk to read Tower of God. Here, I'm doing this. I am opening up a tab. Tower of God. Check that out. Gonna look at it. I'll look at it, man. A look-see. Yeah, no, I do appreciate the reminder. Oh man, I liked the spooky church, but I like hue shifted purple bricks very much. Yeah, I think I've been stressing Cablasto out by reading Berserk too fast. It's all good though. It's so good. That's how good it is. Alright, so this is like the outside. For the inside, I need like an outside round color. The palette. Painted window. Where was that? Gone. Well, I'm happy to kick your butt anytime. I just read Volume 11 tonight of Berserk. Cablasto is much further than I am, but we can keep it a spoiler-free chat. It's mad good. Volume 23. Volume 23. That's cool, man. Loot Bandit, Construct 2. My buddy Rob Moston, the guy who actually composes the Halloween Forever music, is working on a game in Construct. A small robot story, and yeah, he's putting a lot of love into it. It's gonna be a sweet little thing. Yeah, I'm happy there's 26 volumes to go. So insane. I've heard good things about the Construct web export, and maybe there might be a couple challenges as far as publishing a standalone version. But not necessarily meaning, you know, end of the world for you. Just getting the wrapper to do what you want it to do. There might be maybe some tricks. Some tricks, which I'm sure there are also tips. Whoop. Tips and tricks. It's how we all get by. Chapter 310. Yeah, I think, Mr. Teti, I think you are leagues ahead of us both. What is this mystery layer? I have too many unnamed layers, friends. Too many unnamed layers. That's good, dude. I want to see that. I want to see that cabinet sometime. Have you been to? Wait, because you're in Buffalo, man. Have you been to? Checked out the Playhouse yet? In Rochester Town? It's cool, man. You should come take a look at the video game bar that's shaping up. Roguelite platformer. I really like procedural platformers. I would love to. Yeah, I think that's the kind of thing, as far as me. Me being, like, learning the stuff from the scratch, it's easiest for me, but, least, but limiting to, like, just do, hey now, to just be doing, you know, levels with, like, hand design content, or a game with hand design content. I would love to look at something with, I'd love to learn some procedural gen stuff sometime. This all got me all the way there. Yeah, procedural anything will be a nice nut to crack. Start figuring some of that stuff out. There are ways. And I know a lot more than I do now than I did when I was a little game maker baby. So it'll be fun to get into. That's cool. There's a really good, I think this dude Darius Kazemi did a really good breakdown of how he like reverse engineered the like how he interpreted the procedural generation in the original, like, free version of Spelunky, and I think we actually used some of that mindset to handle some of our procedural gen in Death State, so it's kind of nice to see how that worked out for us, at least. Hiccups. It's hard, man. It's hard to sit down and get the full thing cooking. What are we doing here? Loot Bandit, take it easy, man. Thanks for hanging out. Ow. Accidentally whacking my wrist with my watch here. Alright. That might dovetail pretty nice into this. Hang on. Got some ideas. Excuse me, sorry. Pixelated guts. That'd be cool. Pixel guts. Yeah, it'll be nice once I mean, I'll probably have like a couple break nights before then, but it'll be nice once Halloween Forever is done, capital D done. I'm gonna want to just do some for fun art night stuff. You know, I love having the real, like the full project realized. Like, cool, this thing, I'm scoping it out, have levels to add and content to add and rah rah rah. But it's also nice to just, you know, be free of that for a little bit and say, all right, what do I want to do tonight? I don't know. Maybe I don't have a plan. Maybe I'll work on, you know, anything. I definitely fall into the trap sometimes of overdoing it. But then it's nice because you got something cool at the end of the day. So it can't be that bad, right? New levels. What is this called? This layer. Why isn't this all in the same layer? Come on, friend. Call this. We got a good. Good D&D name for purple, Porphyry. That's cool. Yeah. Psychotic. Thanks for the sneeze, though. Scaring your cats, scaring your dogs. What is that terrible sound? Ah. Oops. Hang on. There we go. So I don't know if, yeah, the whole subscription thing. I need to look into it. A lot of it is like Psychotic. Honestly, a lot of it is stuff that I just haven't. I'm still a Twitch baby. I'm still a Twitch nub. I think I was looking at a website the other day that handles donations, so that might be coming at some point. But yeah, the whole subscriptions thing. I need to read a little bit, but honestly, I also wanted to wait until I've been doing this for a couple weeks or months before I just, there's something kind of shallow about saying like, all right, I'm gonna try this new thing. I'm brand new at it, and here's all like the purchase links and this and that. It's like, let me actually just do it and make sure that I enjoy doing it and kind of prove that I'm not going to stop to myself first. But yeah, man, that kind of thing is excellent if people are into it enough. I love horror movies. You guys are gonna get me on a good tangent. Trying to think. I'm almost out of water. Oh. I really like. I'm actually gonna pop some names in the chat just because it'll be easier for me to type first. I gotta put the stuff. Good Night, Mommy? That sounds horrible. Oh my god. Sounds like the sequel to freaking Babadook. Maybe we can watch it on Saturday. That sounds horrendous. What stuff I'm into? Let me see. It's the Hellraisers. Foreign. Good Night, Mommy. I love it. Hope I'm spelling these right. Man, now I need to look it up. Good Night, Mommy. Yeah, I feel bad. I accidentally spoiled the Babadook to some coworkers, and I was like, sorry, but I mean, honestly, I don't mind spoilers in movies too much, but I just told them like watch it anyway because like getting there is the point. Essentially, it's not just like the reveal. You kind of know what's coming, but I'm trying to be better about that. Can I spell, please? What else? What else do I love? That was the thing, though. I was like, I didn't realize who hadn't seen it, and I was like, Babadook, it's this cool thing. A lot of people were talking about how they watched it. I was like, yeah, right? That cool part when, oh, you spoiled the movie. Sorry, guys. It's not Game of Thrones we're talking about or anything. Man, I just need to have a list. Oh, wait, no, shit. I do have a... What have I watched recently? I've got this on my phone. I've got a list of horror movies that I've watched and do need to watch on my Trello. Hang on a minute. On my movies board, watch these movies. What have I watched recently? I haven't watched any of these. Well, that's not true. I did watch The Unborn. It's kind of a letdown. Done. A lot of these are Netflix picks. Han Solo is really Kylo Ren. I love it. You guys are the best. It's terrible. Alright, pop these in. Kylo Ren. Aw. Kylo Ren. That's classy. Oh, I'm trying to think. Oh shit. I mean, just any Argento stuff. Is good. Zombie? You mean like the Italian one? It's good. What was the one? Zombie 2. Yeah, what was the one we watched with like the haunted priest? That one was pretty good. Yeah, it was like the hanged priest in the woods and he was coming after people. Oh, the one in the theater is that's Demons. Demons is really good. That's shit, is that Bava? Hellraiser 3 is a lot of fun. Yeah, the barfing up of the stomach. I love it. Out of context, this sounds like the best conversation. Barfing up of the stomach. I love it. Yeah, Hellraiser 3 is good. Hellraiser 1 and 2 though, it's like if I was stuck on a deserted island with a DVD player and a television, I could probably get by with Hellraiser 1 and 2. Just on repeat, day in, day out, if I needed to. Eating hot buttered squash. If I was trapped on a desert island with hot buttered squash, yeah, I would not bring that movie. Not recommended. Alright, need some metal poking sticks. I still need the grid. I can't escape the grid. Yes, Beyond the Black Rainbow. Beyond the Black Rainbow. Super good. Yeah, I've watched, I think, like the first 6 or 7 Hellraiser movies, just kind of out of duty. Reanimator's good. Reanimator is really good, but it's disappointing in ways, just because of how I feel like the movie would have been a lot stronger without. Yeah, the original Fright Night is amazing. I feel like Reanimator could have been a stronger film if it wasn't so like in-your-face lurid. I need to see the new Hellraiser. That's what I need to see. And I know you guys say, no you don't, every time I bring it up. The fat Pinhead. I need to see it. Poor chubby Pinhead. Yeah, Fright Night is classic. I don't know what it was, man. Yeah, if you liked Fright Night, if you haven't seen The Resurrected, you got to watch The Resurrected, because that's got Chris Sarandon in it too. And I don't know what Chris Sarandon was up to in the 80s or 90s, but he was just doing all these amazing character acting in all these good horror movies. It was really, really nice. And that was a movie that my dad introduced me to, and it was a really real, like, wow, my dad is into cool stuff, and he's gonna share some cool crazy crap with me moment. I think we watched The Resurrected. That's the one. It's another H.P. Lovecraft thing. That's one. I'm sure we watched it because it was on Netflix once. I feel like we watched it around the same time that we watched. It was around the same time that we watched In the Mouth of Madness. I love Nightmare on Elm Street. I'm not as big a fan as you guys because I don't own one, and there's ones that I haven't seen, but I love them. Sleepaway Camp. Sleepaway Camp is so good. Now there's a spoiler for you. If you want to talk about movie spoilers, watch Sleepaway Camp. You'll love it. It's a good movie. You'll love it. Everybody loves Sleepaway Camp. I like the Evil Dead. I liked the new Evil Dead. I like Seed of Chucky. Man, you guys. So Seed of Chucky is great because of it's got Jennifer Tilly in it. Yeah, the quote unquote reveal. Yeah. Jesus. I love it. And wait a second, so I'm being a dum-dum. Did Brad Dourif always do? Was he always Chucky? If so, that's great. I don't know why I didn't... Yeah, he was. Charles Lee Ray. Yeah, no, Brad Dourif is amazing. I can't... he's like one of the people that I always like forget about. As far as like his name, Brad Dourif and Keith David are like the two guys that I'm like, wait a second, it's that guy. Not the same guy, of course, but you know what I mean. The first Child's Play. Child's Play, and he was wasn't he in Pet Sematary? I believe. Yeah, Evil Dead is good. Princess Bride. Chris Sarandon was the detective in Princess Bride. The good detective.
Too bad you're not double jointed.
These will be nice.
Because if you were, you'd be able to bend over and kiss your ass goodbye.
I love these samples. They're gnarly. Bump, bump, bump. Working on Hollow Forever. Hollow and Forever is the game. Working on that. Talking about horror movies with my bros. Yeah, the first Evil Dead. I'm with Kim on this. The first Evil Dead is pretty serious. I haven't seen Scatterbrain. Wait, who's talking about Scatterbrain? Trying to... Or Shatterbrain. No, the Resurrected and Reanimator are completely separated. Well, it's like they released under different titles. I don't know why the hell they would call it Scatterbrain. It's dumb. No, it's okay. The Resurrected and Reanimator are unrelated, other than the fact that they're both Lovecraft adaptations. Wait, yeah, no, I guess they... Wait a second. No shit. I never really put two and two together, that they're both... Charles Dexter Ward-ish. No shit. Huh. Yeah, I guess they're just two people taking different cracks at a similar thing. Hang on a second. What's going on in my brain? No, Herbert West. They're not the same thing. Dum-dum. Now I'm all mixed up. You guys have just been talking about all my favorite movies, and I'm getting my brain discombobulated. Who's the one with the shattered brain now? I'm pretty sure Reanimator is just Herbert West Reanimator. Looking. Yep, here we go. Different things. This guy. Halloween 3. Oh my god. Halloween 3 is like that Halloween 3 is my dream is that like Halloween Forever is just kind of secretly a Halloween 3 game. And I've even been trying to think of like ways that I could put in additional player characters as the witch and the skull without a whole ton of heavy lifting. So I don't know, that might be happening if I can do it without going insane. Whoops, wrecking my stuff. Yeah, Halloween 3 is the best. Typed it up. Boom. Love that movie. It's got everything you would want. Yeah, well the thing is I would want to have them fire differently, and then not that I want to like force people to, you know, unlock them, but it would be nice if they were, you know, a reward for beating the game. I'm trying to think. So what new Rob Zombie movies. I remember watching House of a Thousand Corpses with you guys, and not really. It didn't really grab me. I didn't really know what the big deal was about. It just kind of seemed like a torture thing with like a music video in it, and then like a lot of weird set design. Cabin in the Woods, super good. Night of the Creeps, yeah. Yeah, Functional Form, we got to meet Tom Atkins when he came to the Dryden. Yeah. We're a little short on corpses, Rob. Could you do something about that? Guys, bring in the corpses. The producer's here today. He needs to see 1,000 corpses. Quick. And she never washed her cheek again. Never. Thrilled me. Yeah, Cabin in the Woods is a good one. It's fun. Oh man. Running out of steam. Hopefully I don't get too much hate mail tomorrow when people try to launch Halloween Forever Outbreaks. Turn it off. Turn it off. Shut it! The final channel. Can you turn it off on the final channel? Please, for the love of God. Shut it! I love watching that clip over and over and over again before Halloween. That is my favorite. My favorite thing to do. Oh my god, it's such a good movie. Maybe the most underrated. That was his wife. His wife got lasered in the face. And then in the next scene, he's like macking it to like the tiny brunette. You guys mind if I just ad-lib this? I'm gonna write. I've got a small script rewrite. I'm Tom Atkins. Don't mind me if I put this in. Fell off the balcony. You spelled S-H-I-T. So good. Yeah, I'm due for some rewatches, man. I don't know, this stuff just doesn't get old. Chris Spinelli and Glover, the one and only. I still haven't seen most of his movies, like the ones he's produced and directed himself. I've seen Willard, but I want to see the one with the little people in it. Yeah, I know. I still want to see it. It matters. Gotta see the movie. Man, another thing I would like to add into this thing are probably need some jump through platforms or something like that. The goods. Hiccups. Oh my god. Oh, I'll tell you what I want to add. Welcome back, Psychotic. Butt popping action of dresser drawers. Need some puzzle platforms. I'm glad we found so many freaky movie kindreds in this house. All the horror freaks congregate. Makes me feel good. Scream is fun. It definitely shows its age quite a bit. Didn't we try to watch Sleepaway Camp 2? And it was really lousy. Which one was good? If you guys haven't seen what is it? The Burning. The Burning is good. And they filmed that one upstate too. Fisher Stevens. Dude, The Burning had everybody. The Burning has Jason Alexander when he's like 20. I liked Insidious. I gotta watch the sequel still. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Was Krampus good? I wanted to see it, but there's no way I was going to get to the theater for that. Haven't seen It Follows yet. No, but I want to. Oh, Krampus Darth Maul. Insidious. Now I need to make sure I've seen Insidious because I'm getting my brains mixed up. Who's in this? Yeah, no, I saw Insidious. It's got the dude in it, Patrick Wilson. You know what they say, form follows function. This needs to be brighter. Yeah, Owl Face. That's him. Owl Boy. Whoa, too bright. Too bright. Yikes. Not bright enough. Maybe that is better. So what I want to do with these is I want to do one of those Mega Man sliding block puzzles. Oh, fuck, did I just... Oh, I think I just killed my file before saving much. That's been happening lately. My fingers are too fast. And I'll nuke a file. What did I save? What didn't I save? Alright, looks like I got it. Man, that freaked my mind out. Oof. Saving, even though it's already saved. Scary. So, a movie that gives me the chills. What was that? Under the Skin? The Scarlett Johansson thing. And this is, I think this is partly just like being a parent now. I can't get through, you know, a movie that has like child endangerment in like a horror scenario. That really just, it destroys me. I mean, I'll watch it, but it's like up there with like the hardest things I could, you know, put myself through. And it's this weird, freaky empathy where suddenly you just are like, hey, guess what? You're gonna freak out if you see any of this stuff happening, because you're gonna immediately place yourself in that situation, as absurd as it is. And yeah, welcome to the rest of your life. Kind of tricky. Seed of Chucky, yeah. Cedar Chucky might still be safe. But I don't know. If you guys haven't seen it, follow or Under the Skin, you should. It's a good one. It's got some. It's a pretty smart horror science fiction situation. It's got some real spooky, some spookers going on in there. Under the Skin, Sixth Sense. Human Centipede. I gotta see Human Centipede still. I keep avoiding it just because I can't imagine it's gonna be anything but dumb. But it's also probably gonna, I don't know, like everything you know everything about it. Haven't they made 3 of them, or are they working on 3 still? Human Centipede 3. Oh, the close warning must have been from the level sketch that I had. I've been wanting to watch Tusk, but it I think I need to work up to it. There's something about the cover that skeeves me on a little bit, but I'm sure it's not that bad in execution. The first segment, you only like the first segment of the first Centipede. The other 2 didn't do anything for you. Mamma mia, that's a nice centipede. Look at the delicious legs, the way they wiggle. What layer am I on? Here. Ghost movies. I'm trying to think of good ghost movies. Yeah, I mean, you guys mentioned Poltergeist. Poltergeist, I don't know what the hell is going on with that movie. There's so much insane stuff just every 5 minutes flying at you. They really ramp it up. I want to watch it again. Yeah, and all these new The Haunting movies. I want to dive into some of those too. Even though I know a lot of them are probably going to be jump scares, I don't really mind the jump scares. They don't really do anything for me. But I also feel like they've got to have something going on in there. Yeah, Poltergeist is... There's a lot of wrong stuff in that movie. Just wrong things. There goes the plow. Loud, loud plow. Speaking of which, I should probably call it for the night. Go do my shovels. Ooh, I've never sat in the basement with the plow driving by. That's exciting. Kind of feels like a little mini earth shaker. Sit on this and think about it for a little bit of time. Alright, haunting in Connecticut. I'm making a note of that. Connecticut 1, 2. Oh, this is the one with the goop coming out of the kid's mouth on the poster. That's nice. I'm down for that. See some goop. The Others. Yeah, The Others is that's the what's her face? It's got the Nicole Kidman. The Nicole Kidman movie. It's good. That's nice because it's not an overtly boom scaring you movie, but it's really thematic. Yeah, that's with the goop. Speaking of the goop, The Stuff, it's a good movie. Oh shit, the remake of The Blob, like The Blob that came out in the 80s and the 90s, is a really good, visceral movie. That'll get you. That gets my blood pumping. I'm trying to think of some others now. Any Cronenberg, Psychotic. If you want like skin crawling horror, just binge on a bunch of Cronenberg movies, and those will, if you're at all sensitive to the body horror aspect, those will get you feeling bad and weird in all kinds of ways. Yeah, The Brood is a really good one, especially if you're scared of little kids. Oh, Cronenberg. Cronenberg, I think. More or less any of his movies are really good. He did Videodrome. He did The Fly. Yeah, The Fly is really good. His version of The Fly. And it's funny too, because when I remember seeing Black Swan, and that has a lot of like Cronenberg elements to it, as far as Scanners. Scanners is fun. Scanners is funny. If I can't remember who I was talking to about Scanners the other day, but you watch Scanners and it's just like a bunch of guys going like for days, like making each other's heads explode. I like it though. Oh yeah, I was talking to my mom about Scanners because for some reason we were watching Starship Troopers movie. It was on TV and neither of us were changing it. We were both like, oh my god, this is so violent. Oh my god, this is so violent. And the dude from Scanners is in it. He's Razchak, or Rashak, I don't know how you say it. Time travel, man. Oh, man. We should put together a list of movies. I'll post it up somewhere. That'd be nice. You still need to watch Eraserhead? Eraserhead isn't bad. It's, I mean, Eraserhead has its moment, its kind of appeal. It's like very specific. I don't want to talk about it because that is really going to give away the whole thing. But you can watch Eraserhead. It's fine. Don't be scared. Eraserhead. Oh man, I remember seeing that at RAT. Why does the inside of my cup look so gross? I was only drinking water. Anyway, dudes and dudette or dudettes, thank you guys so much for hanging out. I'm gonna call it at this. I feel like tonight was a pretty good night. Talked about a lot of cool spooky stuff. Whoops. I said whoops a couple times. Window got refreshed when I wasn't expecting it to refresh, but had a good time hanging with you guys. I am gonna try and do tomorrow night too, so if you guys are free, come hang again. We'll probably work on some more Purple Palace spooky tiles, and if I have some horror stories or happy stories to talk about Halloween Forever's first night, first day after being live on Steam. That'll be fun to talk about. Yeah, always the spooks. Wish I could type. Alright, you guys, have a great night. We'll catch you later. Peace out.